Okay, heard you're invited into our chaos. Just wanted to say, hey, welcome and thank you. Persistent, didn't leave me much choice. Seriously, seems like the right thing to do. We're on the same page there. Triple H wants competition. That's what he's gonna get. See you soon. All right. So, welcome back to WWE 2K25's MyRise mode. Mutiny. Right now we have currently enrolling with good old Holly Scorpion, the custom female character that I created last episode at the end. This is going to be her in-ring debut. Yeah, off-screen, I messed with the entrance and everything. Okay, I don't remember, not important. Anyway, this is what we got for her. I like how she turned out. I think it's great. I also like how the male wrestler turned out as well. I'm not discrediting that one, but it's kind of one of those things. That one is just I'm creating me, so I'm always going to find stuff to nitpick about it. But, alright. I'm going to skip this because I'm pretty sure, like, if you hadn't already seen it, we'll see it next time, but I was like 80% sure that's not what I changed it to, unless I'm just crazy with good kids. Hey, Josie Jane! She's another one of these characters they created for the game. She's kind of shown up and around since like 2K20 when they introduced the female path of the MyRise storyline mode. So that's kind of what she is. She's basically used for a lot of these independent secondary shows, but very rarely do she and the other ones like show up on Raw, SmackDown, all that jazz. Unless it's for like some dumb storyline, or you're in my GM mode, or you can put him in universe mode. Alright, I just gotta beat it. Okay. So, on this, there's not a whole heck of a lot to talk about with what it is. Obviously, if you were able to catch the glimpses, I did make her a high flyer. Let's see if we can end this quickly off to a standing move, shooting star. I got a 2 count on it, so I can't say too much about that. Anyway, TBD is just a generic wrestling promotion that they created a couple games ago where, again, they kind of they had their, like, at one point they had a UK one, you had a Japan one, now you have an American one, they also have, like, a Mexico one. Oh, hey, it was false count anywhere. Is it? Ref. False count anywhere, alright. Anyway, that being said, this match is probably going to go fairly quickly, and she's not going to have much competition in the way of this, just on the grounds of, hey, I'm just doing this to progress the story, and yeah. So I'm not too worried about it. This should be it, hopefully. 1, 2, she's still kicked out. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Not much I can do about it. It's just keep wearing her down. So maybe, oh hey, I have my signature. So let's hit her with the Shining Wizard. Actually, that's a standing tyranny, not a Shining Wizard. Shining Wizard will kick the face. Okay, what do we got? Oh, what? Hey, I was setting up to end this, and you didn't want to end this. Well, in fairness, if I end this, she loses, so that's what I want, to move on. Okay. Take this off. There we go, reversal with the dragon screw. And here we go with Slumdog Millionaire. I guess it's Slumdog, I don't know what they call it. Anywho, 1, 2, 3. We're done. We are taking care of TBD. We are no longer to be determined. We are now a WWE superstar. Hooray! Oh yeah, forgot that messaged my brother because I ended up giving her Stephanie Vaquer's exit. Alright. Anyway, this should take care of this first one. Yeah, independent confidant. That's all taken care of. Okay. Ooh, I get my own tour bus.
So, this
Anyway.
is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice. The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being...
Bold and brash, comedic and fun, scheming and calculated. Okay, well, I'm already bold and brash. So let's make her... I want to make her a fool, so let's do scheming and calculated.
Scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We can use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag titles.
I would have just wanted to go invade them right back, but I'm intrigued. How are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
Who the heck does she know? Okay, JC Jane, Lexus King. We'll deal with
First
them
things
when
first,
that...
you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone nonstop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd.
And we can't fire you. Alright! So, looks like we got a training match.
Lexus and JC were just
Again.
telling me they wanted some
Okay.
real competition.
Let's
But
see
I
what we
guess
got.
you'll have
So,
to do.
Chase.
Kidding. Let's
Another
see
one of
what
their
those
created
Raw
guys.
and SmackDown GMs were
He
so
had
interested
an
in.
appearance in WWE 2K20 as a minor league mascot named Ribby, who was an unlockable character. As he kind of mentioned in there. He was an unlockable character when you got to a certain part of the storyline. They named him
Have you thought
Ribby,
about tagging out
all that jazz.
permanently?
The next game, 2K22, because they canceled 2K21 in favor of 2K Battlegrounds for, well, 2K20 was not that good. Glitches and it's not important. I enjoyed it, so for me that's the important thing. But, so in 2K22, they brought him back, removed the rib get up, and kind of just gave him like a single strap singlet, and like tights as his gear. Named him Chase. And yeah, just your generic
You two are making
repackage.
Lexus and JC look like
What?
wrestling gods.
That's what they did. Alright. So take some damage, not deliver. Alright. So I'm just gonna put the controller down and just let Lexus King take care of this. Anyway, I guess while I'm here, I can kind of go over
Call
Lexus
this the
King.
Performance Center, not the
Obviously,
Fluff
that's
Around
not his.
Center.
That's his ring name. His real name is good old Brian Pillman. He is the son of legendary professional wrestler Brian Pillman. So for a while, he went under the ring name. King went under the ring name of Brian Pillman Jr. while he was on the independent scene and tearing it up. Had a brief stint in AEW, teaming with Griff Garrison as a part of the Varsity Blondes before, I guess, quietly leaving at some point. So he quietly left and eventually signed with WWE. Was rebranded as Lexus King. One, so WWE could get the rights to the name because that's what they like to do. And another reasoning was, I guess he just wanted to do a deep change. But like the change made a lot of sense for him. Was he's like, look, I'm not my father's kid. Because unfortunately Brian Pillman Sr. Passed away at the, I want to say it was like 31 when he passed away due to an overdose. Not fun, but that's just what happened. And he basically rebranded himself as Lexus King, which I believe is a play off his mother's maiden. It's a play off his mother's name. Where I think that was a good idea and a good way to change the name. They're like, yeah, I am who you think I am, Brian Pillman Jr., but I'm not my father's junior. I'm my mother's son because my father wasn't around due to certain instances. And he was also a heel, so he was doing whatever he could to get under the fans' skin. Alright, just get pinned, so I'm not kicking out. Makes life easier. Alright, moving on. Okay. I guess next time we'll go over JC Jane's career.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promised the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity Champions are gonna look great. And Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
Okay. So, we got ourselves a match. First things first, though, we're going to upgrade her attributes because, well, I don't need to have everything. Yeah, we'll stuff everything like that. Gunzo, McGunzo. Alright. Did I upgrade? Yeah, no, can't upgrade anything more. I only have the two. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Me, how's the plan going? It's going great. Mutiny's idiot producer agreed to rematch NXT. I never said exactly who would be facing the champ. He has no idea it's the two of us. I love it when his team comes together. Chase was good too. Told you it'd work even better if we didn't clue him in on what was going on. Perfect. Maybe he can come in handy again. Alright. Wonderful in defusing Chase again. We'll see what happens. Okay. On to this match. JC Jane, Lexus King versus myself and the female custom character. Yep. Okay, looks like we're making ours.
And
that's
this is
good.
definitely
Challenges
not
make
the
it first.
pairing we were expecting.
Nope. Here it is. Generic tag team entrance number 5.
Chase to be pushed aside.
Great.
I don't know who's more surprised, us
Anyway,
or Lexus King and JC Jane.
kind of
They
funny
planned for a cakewalk and
that
instead
they did
got a
this.
match against one of the best
Yep.
WWE has to offer and their debuting partner. Let's see what
else yeah, and their debuting partner, if you paid attention, is a killer on the indie scene. Yeah, come on, man, get it right. He was a killer on the indie scene. So I don't even know why you're freaking out. Actually, they should be freaking out. And of course they are. Alright. Mutiny! Are they doing an entrance together or are they doing it separately? Because that's going to dictate how this goes. They're doing it together. Okay. Already went over Alexis King for a little bit. JC
And I assure you,
Jane,
it'll be tough to
on
knock
the
out
other
the
hand,
champs here tonight. They appear
is
absolutely laser
a little
focused
different from
heading
what
into
I
this
know
match.
off the top of my head. Like, from what I remember, trying to figure this out. I will say though, before I get into her, the NXT Unity titles was completely made up for this game. They do not exist in the actual WWE. JC Jane, however, is the current, at the time of recording this, NXT Women's Champion. That'll probably change by the time this goes up, because my money is, by the time this episode goes up, Lola Vice will have it after NXT No Mercy. Anyway, where the heck did I put that? My notes. There they are. Okay. But yeah, pro wrestler, NXT, yeah. Okay, what else does she got? Yeah. Currently, JC Jane, member of Fatal Influence. I don't necessarily know if he's the leader or the secondary, because... Well, really, I don't think there is really a leader for it. It's just whoever has the highest rank in gold, because for a while it looked like Fallon was the leader when Fallon Henley was the leader when he held the NXT Women's North American title. But he also seems to have stepped back from the leadership role when JC won the women's title. Anyway, but no, prior to WWE, she actually had a different ring name of Avery Taylor, performed in various indie promotions, such as WSW, World Extreme Wrestling, Shine Wrestling, and Evolve, which WWE now owns Evolve, which I guess isn't too surprising. She ended up here with
There
that.
you see what's at stake.
Right.
The NXT
That's
Unity Tag
basically
Team
it.
titles.
She's typical indie person. She did your small indie circuit, got signed by WWE, went straight to the developmental roster. She was actually trained, oddly enough, by current AEW superstars Jay Lethal and Matt Sydal, in addition to the Performance Center. So, kind of a cool thing. She hasn't done much outside of NXT. She has bounced around with WWE partner promotion TNA, and I say partner loosely because it wouldn't surprise me based on the events that happened.
And instead, we had the WWE
The most
debut of
recent
a formidable partner,
NXT being
#1 draft pick.
September.
Well, not to mention, it was a very sneaky and
19th,
shrewd strategy to pull this switch on
September
Mutiny.
16th,
King and Jane have got
when
to
I'm
adjust on the fly.
going to switch over.
Already in the thick of
So on the
things.
16th of September, it wouldn't surprise me if it eventually revealed that. So as of the 16th of December, WWE and TNA are in a multi-year partnership. It wouldn't surprise me if by the end of said multi-year partnership, WWE outright owns TNA and their titles and their trademarks and everything. Alright guys, you jerk. Okay. Task is to keep the pressure on the Unity champ, so we gonna do just that by beating the tar out of them a little bit more and a little bit better. Alright. He's also, JC Jane is a former Knockout, TNA Knockout Tag Champion, where she won it in a, I think it was a title match. She eventually dropped it to the, again, at the time of recording, current champion Masha Slamovich. But that's all I can really go into detail with that.
Some damage being dealt to the champ.
Off the top of my head.
Tagged into the action.
But no. She was also at one point a NXT Women's Tag Team Champion when the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship existed. Kind of an excuse to try and build a women's tag division in NXT because the main roster didn't have one. It still doesn't have one technically, but it's mostly you're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything, so we're gonna put you two in a team and hope it works. If it works, you'll team for a couple months until one of you gets injured, and then you'll go back to singles competition after that. As terrible as it is, that seems to be the tag division right now. Or if, man, we're going to split you up anyway, so we're going to team you together, give you a tag title reign for a month just to lose it to the previous champion. That's one thing I don't like. is, hey, you're going to be the champion with the guy you don't like. Okay, what do I have to do? Okay, moves. Here's me forgetting my moves.
Out for some
Okay.
much-needed support.
Oh, man, I got to grab her in the ring? I don't...
Taking his time.
That sounds weird.
Preparing to attack.
I am not a big fan of intergender wrestling. That's just me. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great.
Alexis
I
King
don't.
playing to the crowd
I know it
now.
exists. I think it has its place, but it's not for me.
Here we go again. He made his point.
I don't really.
Concentrate on the match instead of
But
everything
hey,
outside of it.
that's what they want me to do. Nope. I'm gonna pull a Samoa Joe, just walk away. Nope. If that's what they want me to do, I'll do it. But like, I think I said that already. That person is not a favorite of mine. I will say though, it does lead to some funny moments.
Push the corner now.
Where you'll have certain moments from various independent shows where the guy will. Oh my gosh, it was Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, which, if you don't know anything about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, independent show in California, run by a group of guys, and the best way to describe their match is, we don't care, have fun, make it good.
Double leg takedown, step through
You
with a
had
submission here.
a tag team match consisting of best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, taking on, this is going to date it, and it's going to be questionable, and the World Sweetest Tag Team, a tag team consisting of current WWE superstar Candice LeRae and blackballed independent wrestler Joey Ryan. He was blackballed for various reasons, mostly due to, really you can just look up the wrestling speaking out movement and his name. You'll find everything you need to know about him there if you want to go into it. I'm not.
Makes the much needed tag.
Anywho, LeRae starts with...
Poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the wrestler Chase who is supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on. Spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
That's what I was saying. Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, both are currently signed to AEW. Not relevant, but just good to know. Anywho, LeRae comes into the ring.
You did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity Championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it, so this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Sure.
Is it, though? Like you said, you're too close to this. Might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Understandably so. Finishing the story. Stunning move that no one saw coming. Chancellor, me and Holly. Score one for the good guys. Congrats, Chancellor was getting revenge. Former Unity Chancellor what they did to me, but Fun seemed to take the L. On a positive note, be back very soon to help take down Mutiny. Alright, continue the story. So anyway, make the long story short, Candice LeRae slaps Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor
Welcome
leaves
back,
the ring,
punk.
comes back, and
Looks
addresses
like I
the way.
missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
I agree.
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Raw with me, SmackDown with Holly. You know what? Let's spend a little more time with... yeah. Flipping a coin. Yeah, let's spend a little more time with Holly. Or do I go to Raw? Yeah, SmackDown. I wanted to go to SmackDown. I like all this as a wrestler and a person better. Alright. But we have the Mutiny Arena, the Unity Champs, and some more stuff for unlockables. Anyway, probably do it for this episode, but I can talk to Troy for the live event, or I can continue the story with Nick Aldis next time. Chances are we'll talk to Troy, see what these live events are all about, before jumping ship and having a full conversation with Nick Aldis. Until next time,